So the story begins with a girl who came on a vacation with her parents. This place was far away from her home and was very beautiful, where many other families had come for vacation. The child's mother's name is Louise. One day when they were eating, they met another family. They had a couple and their son. The man's name was Patty, and his son did not have a tongue. He could not speak. Now in today's meeting, these people talk a lot. They liked each other very much, so they sit and talk like this every day and eat food. This is how they become friends. Then as the holidays ended, Louise and her family went to their home, while Patty and his family went to their home. Coming home, Louise praises those people with her husband that they are such good people. Then one day Patty sends his picture to Louise's husband and invites him to come to his house. Now Patty and his family were in the village, while these people lived in the city. That's why they think that I don't know how the village life will be. Then they also think that they are inviting so lovingly, so we should go. And we will also get a chance to see the village life. That's why, at the behest of Louise, these people leave for their home after a few days. When they reach their home, Patty and his wife are very happy, and they are welcomed very well. Patty says, "I am very happy that you have come to our house. Otherwise, I was thinking that you have not come to the village." Then these people eat together, after which we see a very strange thing, that she makes Louise's husband throw garbage. And when he went out to throw in the dustbin, then Patty's son, Ant, comes to him. He tries to tell her something. Maybe he was trying to explain to her that how did I become dumb? But the poor man could not tell, because then Patty comes here and takes him with him. At night, these people keep talking for a long time. Now Louise did not like it so much here, because she was from the city. She tells her husband that her house is so small and not even clean. "I feel very bad here," but still, as if she was adjusting. The next day, Patty took her to the jungle to take her around. He then takes her to the jungle near the jail, where he swims and enjoys a lot. After coming home, everyone else was happy, but once again Louise's face turns. She says, "I don't know why I don't like it. What is this bathing in the jail, roaming in the jungle, all this?" Then her husband explains that, "Look, there is nothing strange that you are feeling. Actually, you are doing everything for the first time, so don't think too much." Then Patty's wife comes to their room. She says, "Be ready, we will go out for dinner in the hotel this evening." When she said this, Louise regrets her thinking that I am really thinking too much. These people are very nice, hospitable, they will take care of us so much. She was very happy, and these people get ready to go. Then when she left to go, she found out that these people were not taking the children with them. Ant and Louise's daughter will stay at home. To take care of the children, Patty calls a babysitter who will take care of them. But because of this, Louise does not feel good because she could not leave her daughter alone at home like this. She was nervous, but she had no way. So she agreed to Patty's words, left her daughter alone, and went with them. They came to the seaside to have dinner. They liked the place very much, but this hotel was very small. The owner of this hotel was trying to talk to them very well, but his behavior was becoming very strange, and he was the one who was going to cook for them. On the other hand, we see Ant and Louise's daughter at home. Ant took her to her room while playing, where he shows the collection of Patty's watches. She had collected a lot of watches. Ant picks up a special watch and shows it to him. He tries to explain something to her. Louise's daughter could not understand it. In the words written on the watch, only one word was understood, which was the name of Ant. There Patty and his wife sit to eat and drink a lot. In an intoxicated state, they were dancing strangely. Along with that, their talks were also very strange and poor, which made Louise and her husband feel very bad. Then when it was time for them to go, they went out holding the bill in the hands of Louise's husband. Seeing this, the two felt bad again that the guest is also us and the bill is also being given to us. But once again, they could not say anything. Ant and Louise's daughter went to sleep there. Ant started showing small signs on her body, but then they came home after partying. So Ant went to bed early and started pretending to sleep. Louise sees that her daughter has gone to sleep, so she goes to her room, while Patty and his husband go to their room. Now Louise has an argument with her husband. She says that neither do I like these people, nor are their actions. I am feeling very bad. So let's go from here as soon as possible. Because I've been adjusting for so long, I am not staying here with my heart. So her husband says, "Don't worry my life and relax. As soon as possible we will go from here." Then they take care of each other, after which they go to sleep. But Patty is watching them secretly. In the middle of the night, Louise's eyes opened. She was worried about her daughter, so she goes to check her. But she was very surprised to see that her daughter was not in the room where she was sleeping. Louise went to check in Patty's room. She sees that her daughter is sleeping between Patty and his wife. And Patty is lying in a strange condition without clothes. Seeing this, Louise lost her mind. She picks up her son and comes to her room quickly. She tells her husband to get up quickly. "Now I'm not going to stay here for a second. My blood is boiling." Her husband agrees to her, and they both start packing their things. Then as soon as morning comes, they leave without telling them. Now somehow she got out of that swamp, but then Louise's daughter remembers that I left my teddy toy at her house. Now she loved her daddy a lot. She didn't even live without him. So she started insisting her dad that I want my teddy. Although her mother told her that, "Son, don't insist," but she doesn't listen. During this conversation, she was about to have an accident, due to which she was shaking her hair. Her dad could not stop his daughter's insistence, so after listening to her, he turns the car back. And these people again come to their house, where Patty and his wife were also awake. Patty asked them, "What happened that you left without telling? What did you run away from? Was there any shortcoming in our hospitality?" Then Louise's husband says that Louise has seen something that she did not like. Now he can't answer more than this, so he has to tell Louise. She says that, "Why did you put my daughter to sleep in your room last night?" Hearing this, Patty is also very surprised, but when he can't answer, his wife speaks in his defense. She says that we also had a daughter, whom we both loved very much, but she died due to an illness. We miss our daughter, and we like girls very much. Now your daughter is calling you at night, but you both were sleeping. You didn't hear her voice. So I picked her up and brought her to me. If you feel bad, forgive her. You won't get another chance to complain like this. Now they also believe this false story of hers, because she was crying, and they forgive them. Yes, she was leaving the house in anger. But now when she realizes her mistake, she decides to stay here for a few more days. And like before, these people get along with each other. Now one day when these people were eating together, Patty's wife was getting more and more free with her daughter, although she didn't pay attention to her daughter at the end. So Louise also says that, "Don't explain so much to my daughter. I am her mother." So Patty's wife apologizes to her again. Now Louise's daughter wanted to show her performance, because she had learned the steps of dance, which she does and shows. Then Ant also starts dancing with her. Now Ant was always sad, but today he enjoys for the first time. He was happy. But his happiness was not tolerated by his father Patty, because he interrupts Louise in the middle. "That you're not doing right. What kind of dance are you doing? Didn't you learn?" He scolds her badly again and again. But seeing this, Louise's daughter gets very scared, after which the two children started dancing again. But this time also, when Ant made a mistake, Patty got angry again. This time he throws a shoe at her, seeing which Louise feels very bad. So she had to say that, "What are you doing? Is this a way to behave with a child? What happened if she made a mistake? You shouldn't do this. She is a child." Then Louise also took her husband aside and said that, "I can't take it anymore. I can't stay here anymore. So let's go from here as soon as possible, because now things are getting worse." After this, Patty goes to sleep. Taking advantage of the situation, Ant steals the keys from him. Then on the pretext of playing, he takes Louise's daughter and goes to a shed. He opens the door of the shed and comes inside, then opens a hidden door and takes her down, where there were a lot of things lying around the world. There were bags of things, bags of children, phones, glasses, shoes, and don't know what was there. It was a collection of exactly the same things as Patty had those watches. After this, Ant shows him a photo album in which there were pictures of Patty and his wife with different families. And in every picture, Patty and his wife had a separate child. Ant was also in one of the pictures, but not with him, but with his real family. Because Patty and his wife were not his real parents, there was also his tongue, from which we understand that those people did something with Ant that his tongue was not there. Means they must have cut his tongue, because he was not their real son. That's why he behaved so badly with him. So now we are told who these two are. So Patty and his wife both are serial killers. Means they are crazy and kill people mercilessly. They go on trips to new places. Then they trap those families who have only one child. They make friends with them and invite them to come to their house. And when that family comes to their house, they loot all their belongings and money and kill them. They cut the tongue of their child so that he could not tell anyone anything, and keep that child with them. Then they take him on the next trip, and from there they hunt a new prey. That is, they trap the next family, after which they kill this child too. And they repeat all these things with the family, and their cycle goes on like this. And now it's Ant's turn to die. Along with that, they will loot Lewis and his wife and kill them too, and keep Lewis's son with them. Then he will have to endure everything that Anne has been doing so far. She will not be able to say anything because she will cut his tongue too. But poor Anne was still trying to save them in different ways, that they should run away from here, but these people could not understand. Anyway, Lewis's daughter takes pictures of all the families on her phone, and they both come out quickly. Then Aunt passes the patty and gives the key back to him as an excuse. Now Lewis thinks how to tell his mom everything, because Lewis was busy talking to the wife of the patty. So then his daughter has an idea. She cuts herself with a pin and takes out her blood. And she takes everyone's attention to herself. She said that I don't know how my clothes are stained with blood. So Lewis takes her to the washroom. His daughter got a chance to talk to her mom. So she shows him all the pictures of those families and tells the truth about the patty and his wife. Hearing this, Lewis wakes up, but she tells her daughter that there is nothing like what you are thinking, so that her daughter is not worried. She relaxes him, but Lewis understands that nothing is right. There's a big mess going on here. These are very dangerous people, and we are badly trapped here. Then Lewis comes out. She makes an excuse that my daughter is very nervous. She is not calm. Saying this, she takes her husband inside. When Lewis shows him all the pictures of the families and tells the truth, his husband also got very angry that these are so dangerous people. I don't know how many families they have made their prey. And the situation was bad for them because they couldn't run away in such a situation. Those people were sitting outside. Then Lewis says that we make an excuse to them, that our daughter has a female problem for the first time. In this way, we will get out of here easily. But before going, Lewis keeps a knife with her, which could have been useful to them, to protect them. Then they came out with their daughter. She says to them that actually it is our daughter's first time. That's why she is scared. She is nervous. She wants to go home. Now on one side, where these people were insisting to go home. So Patty was trying his best to stop them. But these people don't listen to him. They had decided. But when these people came out, they saw that the tire of their car was punctured. Then Patty says, "It's okay. Don't worry, I will fix it in 5 minutes." Patty takes his husband to the place where all the tools were lying. Now, although he was afraid to go with him, that Patty might do something to me, but Patty came back with the tools and fixes the tire. That means he doesn't do anything with them. But when these people started sitting in the car, then they noticed their daughter's teddy, which no one had kept on the wall. Patty says, "Oh man, this must be Aunt's mischief." Saying this, he steps on the stairs and asks Lewis's husband to go upstairs and get the teddy. Patty still doesn't do anything. Lewis's husband came with the teddy, which Patty himself gives to his daughter. Till now, everything was going fine. But as people started sitting in the car and leaving from here, that's when Patty throws Aunt in the water in front of their eyes, because of which that poor child starts drowning. Then for his sake, these people had to stop the car. Lewis's husband quickly came out and dived in the water. He saves Aunt, but now his family is in trouble because Patty had captured them at gunpoint. That means these people were badly trapped. Patty ties them all up and takes them inside and sends all the money in their bank to his account, after which Patty started preparing to kill them. But the knife that Lewis had, with the help of that, she attacks Patty's face. Then she quickly snatches the gun from Patty's wife and taunts these people. Then these people come out and lock up Patty and his wife in this room. These people were about to leave from here in the car. That's when the owner of the hotel, who is actually Patty's brother, he comes here, who starts shooting at their car with his gun. These people get out of the car quickly to save their lives and come inside the house, and they had closed all the windows and doors tightly. But Patty's brother comes in that room and breaks the lock. He takes out Patty and his wife. That means this animal hidden in the form of a human once again became free. These people first turn off the lights of the house so that darkness spreads everywhere. And just like Patty and his wife knew, what are the ways to get inside the house? With the help of those ways, these three get inside the house. As soon as Patty moved forward, Lewis came in front of him. He had a gun in his hand, which she puts on Patty, and starts running outside with the children. Patty's brother, as soon as he came in front, Lewis's husband attacks him. The fight between the two began, but Patty's brother catches him and controls him and tries to kill him. But then Lewis comes from behind. She attacks him with a hammer in her head, which causes Patty's brother to die on the spot. After which Lewis and her husband came to the roof with the children because she was planning to escape through the stairs. Lewis first sends her husband. Then both the children are sent out through the stairs. But then they found out that Patty's wife was following them with a gun. Then she will finally come to that room. Then when she goes out, she sees these people. But before that, she shoots Lewis, who was hiding there. She attacked him hard, because of which she fell down. In this way, Patty's wife also dies. But because of her falling, the stairs also fell. That is, it was difficult for them to get down now. Now Lewis's husband risked his life and moved down. He raises the stairs, because of which all three of them come down. But before that, she leaves here. Then Patty comes here, who catches his daughter. He tells Lewis and his wife that you took my wife's life, because of which I am left alone. So now I want to take life instead of life. You killed my wife, I will kill your daughter. But Lewis's daughter, who had an injection of unconsciousness, she immediately puts it on Patty. In just a few seconds, the injection did its job, and Patty becomes unconscious. Now, if Lewis's husband wanted, he could have killed him himself, but he gives this opportunity to Ant so that he can't take his revenge, because Patty had given him so much trouble. That's why Ant brought a stone, and he starts hitting Patty hard with it. He takes out the anger of his heart and keeps hitting him until Patty dies. After solving all the problems, he sits in the car and leaves here. Now Lewis and his husband had saved both the children along with him. These people do not leave Ant alone and take him with them. Ant had a new hope in his eyes, which he got from this family. That is where Patty and his wife ruined his and many other people's lives. So now no one can hunt them. That evil has been destroyed forever. Along with that, these people were lucky that she survived. And with this film also ends here. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about this movie and what other movies or documentaries you want me to review next. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.